G, and that's taken a while to get round to it because obviously our game was just an absolute classic, really.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
I bet it was a big, and it was probably even nicer that you guys won fairly comfortably today because you could probably watch the Man United game with a little bit more relaxation. But Liverpool, just like Arsenal yesterday, really stepped up and sort of kept themselves in this title race and set themselves up now to potentially go 4 points clear of City with another win midweek and keep this title race alive.
I think we needed this, though. Do you know what I mean? I think with everything that kind of gone on in the last week, poor performances, crazy games, losing to Atalanta, getting knocked out of the Europa League, and all of that kind of stuff. Today wasn't really a great performance. I won't sit there and lie, but
sorry to put in just before you land your main points, but I'm going to shoot, man. So it's been an absolute pleasure, man. Always enjoy, man. Cool.
Big up, man. But yeah, no, it wasn't the greatest performance, but we got the 3 points and we got the 3 goals and we move. And I think right now, that's all that matters. That's all that really matters. Just get the 3 points. We move on to the next game, get the 3 points, and then we've only got 5 games left, so no one cares really about the performances anyway. He rotated the team, couple shocks in there in terms of the lineup for some people, but I think it was probably kind of needed. Players looking tired, off form, all that kind of stuff. To then get the 3 points with 3 goals, we move. That's all I think for now. That's all in terms of Liverpool fans. That's all we care about right now. Like the performances, they're not going to get any better. It doesn't really matter. Just get the 3 points, and then we can move, and then we'll see where that kind of takes us.
I had a question for you, G. Shout out, man. Obviously, do you think that needs to be your 11 going forward?
It doesn't really make a difference. You can have any type of 11. I think it won't make too much of a difference purely because we know Klopp. He's going to revert back to his normal 11 for the next game anyway. So I don't think that team anyway was really good enough to keep you going to the end of the season. I think it was one of those ones where you saw the first half and you saw the second half. Second half, we upped the level, but that first half wasn't really it was. I didn't understand.
First half, yeah,
and typical Liverpool concede a goal. It's just the way it is. It doesn't matter what team you play. It doesn't matter what players you put into whatever position. We play the exact same way. So the fundamentals are always going to still be the same. Hence why we look open at times. Hence why Fulham get in at times. Hence why it looks like we may concede at times. But Terry mentioned there about Manchester United and Coventry. Quality will always, more often than not, quality will always tell at the end of games. And that's kind of what happened with Liverpool. We've got more quality than Fulham in those kind of pivotal areas. Eventually, you hope that will obviously come to fruition. Doesn't always work, though.
The only strange bit about your game for me was Trent's free kick was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I can't understand how he didn't take the other one 2 minutes prior.
Terry, I don't know. Maybe it was he just told Harvey, you know what, I'll give you one today. But listen, brilliant free kick. He's been all right since he's come back, if I'm being honest with you, in terms of the performances that he's putting in. I wish he would stop playing hero ball every 2 seconds, but overall, he's doing his thing, man. He's doing his thing.
Yeah, he certainly is. And look, again, I thought your performance, as you say, it wasn't the most scintillating, but I thought you were strong. Fulham attack, and they generally create problems for people, especially when they're at home. But I thought it was a really good response, as you say, to a bad week, really, for you with the points dropped and going out of Europe. And just like Arsenal demonstrated, I think kind of went against the tide of what a lot of fans had said, because most Liverpool fans we had on the show last week expected to drop points in this game, if not lose. And the players had other ideas. And I think I think even just from the outsider, no agendas, it was just good because it keeps the title race alive. If you and Arsenal both drop points this weekend, it almost certainly ends. It does almost end the league title. And what a horrible last 4 weeks it would be with no top 4 race, no title race, all the English teams out of Europe. It'd be crazy.
The maddest thing is, though, I don't really want to take it to the last day and lose it by a point.
Your emotions.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not really. We've done that already twice. I really don't need to go to the last day again to still lose again and then be in the same bit. I feel like if you're gonna just lose it, kind of lose it a bit before that, just so that we don't. I don't need the last day.
It's true. I always remember watching the X Factor. People were far more upset when they got let go at judges' houses in the first audition. So I do get the later you go in the tournament. Maradon the Moron here says because it was more on the for a left-footed Terry, shaking my head. Listen, no disrespect. When David Beckham was at Man United, I wouldn't say Trent's as good a free kick taker as Beckham, but he's very, very good. Beckham took it whether it was central, left, or right because he has the ability to curl it into any corner still. So when it comes to Harvey Elliott standing over it with Trent, it doesn't matter if it's on the left or right. Trent is exponentially better at free kicks than it was Harvey Elliott that took that. So he should be taking it. It's as simple as that, my friend. I know you always want to defend Liverpool no matter what happens, good, bad, or indifferent. But come on now, you've got an elite level dead ball free kick taker versus Harvey Elliott. He should be taking every single one unless he's having a stinker, in my humble opinion. I really do. But no, I get what you said about not wanting to go out, but it was good for yourselves today. Few players rested and whatever else. And it's who's your next game? You're away again, aren't you?
Everton. Merseyside
Away.
Derby.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like, and again, this is where it's like, obviously he's rested players, but I feel like it's not even really about the resting because some of them were just out of form. Like, Salah out of form, Dominic Szoboszlai out of form, McAllister getting leggy. Like, there were just players who were just out of form, and you almost feel, I can't keep playing them, keep playing out of form, and then you go into another game, you don't play well, you don't necessarily pick up the 3 points or whatever happens, and then, you get yourself into an even deeper hole than, you're already in, and then the season then literally just goes flat. And then
who's home for the Merseyside derby?
Goodison.
Everton. Yeah.
I feel like you guys are going to win. Don't you always win the Merseyside derby?
Yeah.
No. Listen, look.
They draw if they do anything, they drop points by drawing, but they don't lose against Everton.
Listen, look, it's Merseyside derby, and I think with the way that Everton, everything that's gone on with them this season, the points deduction and things like that, listen, they're going to be amped up, and they're going to want to stop Liverpool.
Yeah. Because they can. It's a bit like Chelsea are going to be like that on Tuesday when they play Arsenal. Even Man United fans will be like that, especially at the ground when they play Arsenal. The title race is still on with a game to go. United fans, because Man United, it stays at this point gap now. If Man United was to beat Arsenal second to last game, that literally ends Arsenal's season. So,
Terry, would you want that? Because you want Arsenal to win.
No,
I'd want them to put out a youth team to secure.
No, I've said it before, Steve. Like the Man United fan in me, on the surface, you go, I'd want to win the game, but I stand by it, and no one's given me an argument as to why I'm wrong. A team like City doing not just doing a 4-peat, they can still win back-to-back doubles for the first time in Premier League history. It would also be the third time that Pep has done a Premier League FA Cup double. I don't want him getting any of these records. Do you know what I'm saying? Which is why
United to lose versus Arsenal.
Will we?
No, you want Man United to lose versus Arsenal.
Sort of, again, it's such a hard question to answer because I'm torn on it. I'm split on it. Like there is a part of me that says no, I don't want to lose any game. Like there was when Rasmus scored that penalty. There was a part of me that was like, thank God we won because I wanted to win still.
Yeah.
And it's similar, but I was still frustrated. So I would be happy that we won in some instance, but also, we're just giving City that. I can't answer it straight 100% because it's too multifaceted to give it a straight answer, in my opinion, mate.
I heard somebody say, I think it was Stephen Howson, to be fair. He said, here's what we're going to do as United fans. We're going to ignore whoever wins and we're going to laugh at whoever didn't win it.
Yeah. And that's
my stance is this. If Arsenal have won the Premier League before they play us, then I want to smash them. But if they need us to give them 3 points to be secure that Liverpool or Man City don't win the league, here you go.
You're a gooner, KJ. For
take it from me, bro. Seeing the 4-peat or seeing these guys draw with our league titles are gonna make me sad. It's gonna make me sad. I'd rather listen to Arsenal fans all summer. No, seriously.
No, I would feel like Arsenal would. Like it would be almost worse, obviously, for Arsenal to win it because at least with Liverpool, listen, rivalry, of course.
No.
Hold on. At the same time, when you're looking at it, the reality is you all know Arsenal fans. You know the behavior is going to be off the Richter scale if they were to win the Premier League. So if they do that, at least with Liverpool, there's going to be the banter. Yeah, we drew level. We're not ahead of you. We drew level. So it's not like we're clear of you by 3. And you already know Liverpool is a historic.
My order is I'd rather Arsenal than Liverpool than City like that. So I'll get your point. There's a really interesting comment here. It says, Terry, would you keep Ten Hag in a job if it meant Arsenal beat like Man United? See, that's too far. And say why that's too far. Because that would damage Man United's progression. And I wouldn't, if someone said to me now, City are going to win the 4-peat, But with the butterfly effect, it is the kickstart of you guys getting back to the top. I'd take it because at the end of the day, my team would become better. And that's all I really want is my team to become better. But at the same time, like I don't like the idea of history being made by clubs. And what City would be doing is beyond history. Liverpool would match us on titles, which is history. But it's much more likely that in our lifetime we can overtake them again than it is doing a four-peat. So this title race is heating up. Yeah, listen, this title race has never been off for a single moment in the last week. Do you guys think Sir Jim has the balls to sack Ten Hag? Yes.
No.
Yeah, well, sack him today or this week? Probably not. But
JJ, that's what should happen. But why hasn't it?
I'll tell you why. It hasn't happened. I've got a theory on this. Clubs are looking at Ten Hag. Man United, like all clubs, have to be prudent with money because of how much we're allowed to spend and not. There is a possibility that the likes of Ajax come in for him, and if Ajax come in for him, we don't have to pay him 15 to 20 million pound in compensation. We'll just come. They'll pay us. So I think there's the element again. Yes, I'd like him to go, and you bring in a little interim, you try and win this trophy, right? That'd be amazing. But you might still lose that final, right? That's a really high risk.
Yeah.
The Man United board might be looking at this and saying we might be able to save 20 million pound by another club coming in and paying us compensation, or we at the very least agree to let him go for nothing because he's walking into another job. If that 20 million pound is pumped into the squad to help make us better, sometimes not every decision. Again, we want the knee-jerk reaction today, and I get why, but I'm still putting faith in the people now running our football club because they've got great CVs and pedigrees in the game. So I have got a message, though, from a journalist that's saying he's meeting his Man United insider on Tuesday for an update on things. So hopefully we'll get some movement by then. Look, I want to thank everyone that has tuned in today and everyone I'm actually going to go and cool my head in a cold shower because I'm feeling raging still.